what is public relations? Okay. PR is a lot of things. One of the first things is it's obviously publicity in magazines. And the way that we measure this campaign is how many people viewed it. So oftentimes now in the digital age, we get millions, like our publications average 50 million. And so that's 50 million eyes on you and your brand. Okay, that's one. I have my little notes. This is directly from my book that's available for free on my website called Why PR Matters. 2, PR solidifies your expertise and credibility by being as seen in top tier magazines. So, people have that as seen in Forbes, as seen in BBC. That gives you expertise and credibility and what we often call a platform. PR creates brand affinity and positive brand sentiment. So you're controlling the narrative here. So again, similar to advertising, but not as cheesy. Advertising is cheesy because everyone knows that they bought it, and PR is earned media, and it's a third-party validation. So it's someone else saying, did you know that your brand is amazing? It's third-party vouched. PR creates positive brand sentiment, positive brand affinity, so that you can be known, as we say in sales, known, liked, and trusted. Know, like, trust, and loved, and you get to choose the message. So perhaps there is such thing as bad press, they say, right? Say someone wrote something unfavorable about you. That's why reputation is everything. Google yourself. Put Google alerts on your name, please. And what is reputation management? It's simply producing a ton more articles to bump out those bad ones. That we hope, I would never do that for someone that genuinely deserves that bad press. But if we hope that if it was, just someone's wrong opinion of you, that we can create stories that tell the true story, your true story, which is positive. PR creates unified branding. So when you're getting interviewed over and over, you'll start to realize that you need to get your little quippy sentences down. We call them elevator pitches. I am an award-winning travel writer. I've been to 42 countries, lived in 6. And we do change that message towards the audience. So branding, PR is branding. Credibility we talked about, visibility, credibility, and it's earned. So unlike advertising, where you pay for an ad, we call this ad value equivalency because it's a third party vouching for you. So my client, Crystal, we're also putting on a retreat together in February 17th in Joshua Tree, California. Check it out. I think it's pinned on my website. She's awesome. It's my first travel retreat collab. Next time we'll do a travel writing one, but it's going to be amazing, yoga and healing. Anyway, I just thought of Crystal. So Crystal is potentially getting into BuzzFeed soon. And I did actually the math on this in my book. BuzzFeed is worth $247,000 because I think an ad, whatever the ad costs, say the ad costs $100,000, and then it's the ad value equivalency is the impressions times the cost per 1,000 impressions times the variable. Math is not my strong suit, but it's very clear that if you paid for an ad, this is worth 10 times that. So 3 to 10 times. I think it's 10 times. PR is not just media placements. We are also creating a little press kit for you. There's a lot that a publicist does. And when you are choosing which magazine you want to be in, which publication, that's when you're thinking about what we call the ICA, the ideal customer avatar. Sorry, my Philly, New York accent just came out. So you start to think about, well, wait, and you should know this already. I want to target 35-year-old single women who have kids, and average income of whatever. Well, magazines also have those figures. So you're going to figure out, okay, well, I want to target that market. Well, go for that magazine. But I wouldn't let that stop you, because it's not that niche, like average. Like, it's still cool to get 80 million views. It doesn't matter if it's not the exact market, but aim for that for sure. Aim for your target market. So PR creates permanent evergreen press. As long as that link exists, you've got your advertisement for 20, 30 years, whereas an ad lasts like what? People do these 12 month, 36 month to 2 year contracts. I only am just learning about advertising. I never worked in advertising, only in all of like media and yes, education, modeling. So that is a permanent evergreen lead, and that is something. Evergreen means like it's not like a seasonal story, like this is going to be very seasonal, but that's okay. It stays forever. That's why when I talked earlier about reputation management, like if you have something bad about you forever in Google, let's get something good about you forever in Google. Short and long-term leads, that's like sales speak, but what it means is like it's a long game. So we have contracts for 6 months. This training that you'll see posted here is a free way to get published, be your own publicist. But if you hired us, we require 6 months, because we want to, like, the first month we're strategizing, the second month we're like putting little seeds out, we're getting you on source list, we're getting you on. It's a long-term game, but it creates short and long-term leads. The long-term leads mean that it's forever there, and the short leads is like the immediate exposure. But short and long-term leads results in permanent short and long-term leads. If you were like writing a book, for example, or launching a YouTube channel or whatever, launching a new, our friends here are launching a new like branch of their business, then you're building a platform. So say you're pitching your book, I mean traditional, not like Amazon self-publishing. I mean like you're pitching Random Penguin. So they would say, well, what's your platform? And nowadays, like, okay, you all know I actually have almost 50K combined followers, but I think a platform is also your eyeballs. So if an article gets 80 million views, that's a huge platform. If you're a columnist for Huffington Post, that's a huge platform. If you're as seen in, I was just pitching my client to Forbes. I think she's going to get in. And, you know, what's her credibility? As seen in all these other magazines that we got her in. So in the end, PR results in more sales, more money, a greater ROI, credibility, expertise, visibility, exposure, branding, positive brand affinity, and more. The attention you create leads to interest. Interest leads to desire, which leads to customers taking on actions on that call to action, which is a call to action is like buy our product or check out our website. And with the credibility and reassurance and trust, know, like, and trust of this product, the sales more likely and increased sales are nearly guaranteed. The value of earned media is 10 times that of advertising. It generates like and trust by being known, and exposure and visibility, and average at our agency of 50 million. A lot of publications are like 50 million, 80 million nowadays. So good to see y'all. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. This is going to be an evergreen video, so wherever you are in the world celebrating, even if it's in Australia. Does anyone have any questions? No? I feel like I know the names of some of you guys, but I can't place your faces. But it's so good to see. I'm so glad that you joined. I didn't even announce this, but I am going to post this, so happy holidays and talk to you soon.